Inhale, extend it back. Good.
Lift the heart up. Big inhale, reach the hands over the head.
All of your weight towards your fingertips, opening into your chest.
Try not to force it. Be patient with this one. Breathe in to lengthen and extend. Breathe out to soften.
Oh, and we're live. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. My name is Tiffany Bush, and I am your yoga instructor this morning for YA Classes Live. So happy to be with y'all today. There's something different about that energy of liveness, huh? All right, so while we're waiting on everyone to get set up and get started and everything, let's go ahead and figure out what your body needs right now in order to tap in, right? So maybe that means to clear your space. Maybe it means you need to come to a nice, comfortable seat. Maybe it means to come into child's pose. But I love this invitation to just really turn off the world and turn the internal world on, okay, for your practice this morning. If you're just getting in, welcome, welcome, welcome. The main goal today is just to invite yourself to settle in, right? You don't necessarily have to feel any kind of way, but just invite yourself to connect to how you feel. Invite yourself to connect to your breath and your power to heal your own self through your mind and through mindfulness, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you can heal your body with your mind. When I say that, I mean like these small steps, like making a decision to get into child's pose or sit or stand up or whatever it is. These small decisions that you make for yourself are going to just ripple into your life as you make decisions about your health, like what to eat this morning or what to eat for lunch, and it just kind of trickles down. So this is that space to do that. All right, so it's been about a minute. Let's go ahead and start together where we are. So let's all just bring our hands into our hearts. So just bring your hands together just like this and prayer mudra in front of you. Now, if you're in child's pose, you can just put your hands together right where you are, of course. Or if you're standing, do that. But just start to tap into that heartbeat, really feel that power that you have without even like doing anything at all. You didn't beg for this, right? You didn't beg for your heart to beat this morning. It just does. Connect to breath. Just notice how the breath feels right now. Is it beating fast? Is your heart beating fast? Is it moving slow? Like, where are you in time and space? And as you ask these questions of yourself, start to invite in some loving, compassionate energy into yourself, especially into that heart space. Some compassion for your journey and for showing up today. And maybe a little smile will come onto your face as you move the hands down to the mat and come into all fours. So we just want to first start by warming up our body. I automatically want to just kind of move in all kinds of ways. So look at me, I'm in tabletop, but just moving my hips one direction, moving my shoulders, really taking some organic movements here in this in this tabletop position here. Moving through my neck and hips. And that's really where I would love for you to explore today too. Just notice how you feel. And invite some loving energy into those tight spaces. Go ahead and move into cat-cow. So we just bring our shoulders to press up as we press the hands down. Chin comes into the chest. We'll inhale to open up our heart and let that tailbone and crown of the head try to reach each other. Exhale, we round in. Inhale, we lift up. Let's take one more just like that. Nice and slow, nice and mindful. Inhale to open up. And we move back through tabletop, that neutral pelvis. So let's first take our left hand, let the palm face up, the top of the hand presses down. So we're just moving into our wrist to prepare our body to bear some weight today, okay? Let's take a bend in the left elbow and then straighten. Another bend and straighten. And last time, bend into that elbow and straighten. We'll press that left hand back down under our shoulder, and then we'll switch it out with the right hand so that right palm faces straight up. And then try to keep the fingertips spread out as we bend the elbow and straighten. Perfect opportunity to notice the difference in the two sides as you continue this movement, bending and straightening. And last one, as we straighten into this hand and bring the right hand back under the shoulders for tabletop position, preparing for spinal balance. So first off, that left leg reaches out long, so right at hip height. We want to have our toes facing down toward the mat. And then you want to see if you're like me with that banana back. You want to just try to neutralize the pelvis. So we just tuck it, just tiny, 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 nothing too drastic, so that we turn on our core. Now you either stay here for the next few breaths, or you can meet me with my right arm out. Okay, so again, really challenging, but really fun. Either stay here for the next 3 breaths, or we take this into spinal crunches. Nice inhale to start. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, squeeze in. And then last one, inhale, reach out. Exhale, squeeze it in, hold it. And release. Maybe you need to shake out the wrists if you need to, shake out the hips, whatever you need. Preparing for second side, take a nice inhale, reach the right leg long. The toes face down. Again, we want to just have the right leg right at the same height as the hips here. All right, core turned on. Left arm reaches out if you're with me. Otherwise, you can just stay with both hands pressed down. Nice long inhale and exhale. Squeeze it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze, hold it, hold it, hold it. And release back to tabletop. Now, moving into the downward facing dog position, but we're gonna move from plank pose. So first of all, move into your plank. So both hands pressed down firmly. We wanna have a nice strong shoulders, and we want everything in alignment. So the shoulders, the hips, the ankles, try to get that in as even as you can. And we hold it. And then lift the hips up, downward facing dog. So pedal out the feet. We wanna have the knees bent here. If you are in the mood for a straight leg down dog, perfect. Perfect, perfect. But otherwise, come with me and just kind of give yourself some spinal waves here, moving through the thoracic spine, that middle part of the body, through the shoulders, even moving through the head. Let the head move up and down. When you're ready, let right leg reaches up as you inhale. Press down firmly through both hands. Keep the shoulders nice and even with the mat. And exhale to step the right foot all the way through. Lower that left knee. We're coming into low lunge. So the arms sweep up and hold it here. So nice and, instead of making this like a static movement, try to just move the hips gently forward and really feel this nice stretch through the left quadricep and the left side body. And our release is to bring our hands down, straighten out that front leg. So straighten out the right leg, the toes face up toward the ceiling, and move the foot right and left. We want to really get into those hamstrings here. And to release, we bend that knee, lift the left knee up, turn over the left shoulder. We're facing the wide angle of our mat. Let your toes face out. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs, and we move into goddess pose. So nice and strong through the legs as the feet press down firmly. We want to have our hands at heart center, at goalpost arms, or whatever feels good for you right now. And just breathe here. Begin to tap into your own strength and power here, whatever that means to you. Imagine it just shooting down through your heart as you feel those legs heat up. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can lift the right heel up and then lower. You can lift the left heel up and then lower. Another breath here And then turn over your left shoulder as you straighten into those legs. And then we turn to the back of our mat, right? Moving into low lunge on the back of our mat. Our right knee starts to move down to the mat. Good. Our left knee is over that left ankle. Our arms sweep up. Same thing goes here. Try to find a little bit of movement here as you press the hips forward. Pelvis is neutral, tailbone reaching down, crown of the head lifts up. And breathe. Both hands reach down to the earth as you straighten into the left leg, moving into that half split. You can take the foot, move it left and right, really feel the hamstrings kind of playing each other, playing a little tune. Or if they're stuck like mine, maybe they're not. Woo! Another moment here. And release that foot back down, that left foot back down. Straighten to that right knee, lift it up. And then we turn over our shoulder once again, coming into the wide angle of our mat. This time, stay at a half lift position. Our toes, our big toes come to face toward each other. Press down firmly through the foot so the inner arch lifts up. All right, so halfway lift here. Nice deep breath. And exhale, you can fold forward or stay right where you are. The hands can come wherever feels comfortable, either reaching behind you, you can reach for your ankles, exploring your movements here. Inhale with me to halfway lift. We'll walk the hands over to the right to frame our right foot. We'll have both hands pressed down. Step this right foot back to high plank. Lower the knees down. Come all the way down to the earth, however it feels comfortable for you. I'm having my knees down, my body at an angle for this modified chaturanga. Lower all the way down. Bring the hands forward. We're coming into Sphinx Pose, so the elbows come under the shoulders. Continuing with the joint movement, so we want to take our head in a big circle here. You can even move whichever direction feels comfortable for you. Ooh. And then if you need to pause, if you got a little creak in your neck like I just did, take a little pause there. Honor your body. And when you're ready, go ahead and tuck those toes under. Hands come under the shoulders. Press your body up through plank pose. Lift up, downward facing dog. Now, we just want to have downward facing dog just another moment here. The final one for the day. So maybe you want to explore a little bit more. Maybe you just want to just practice pushing that or reaching the tailbone up toward the ceiling. Really pressing down firmly through your hands. And wherever you are, go ahead and release the knees down to the mat. We're going to take cow face legs, cow face pose here. So if you need to sit up on something, perfect. If you want to just come and watch me, we're going to take that right leg over first. We want to try to stack the knees, but some people might just be more like this. Our main aim is to get into the outer hips, okay? So you're doing it right. You're doing it right. All right, so we prepare our bodies for that cow face position. Our feet are flexed. The edges of our feet are pressed into the earth as best they can, just to keep the joints safe. So we just engage the muscles for that reason, okay? All right, now we can either take our hands into into cow face arms if you want, or eagle arms, but what I'm gonna do is just give a little hug here as an option. So we'll take the left arm over for eagle arms, and then I'm gonna stop talking so the mic doesn't mess up. And release the arms wherever you have decided to have those. I'd love for you to take your right hand down beside you and straighten out through that left leg and the right leg comes straight too. So we come to the outer edge of the right foot. We're preparing for a side plank lift. So that the left foot can stay planted and just lift those hips up. So this is a modified plank. This is perfect. We want to make sure our shoulders are stacked and you feel really comfortable here. If you'd like to take this a little bit further, you can just stack the left foot over the right, keep lifting up, have the head neutral so you're not like leaning it too far forward or back, and hold it, really tap into your strength. Another option here, if you have that foot down or if you have it over top of the other foot, go ahead and lower it back behind you, lift the hips up, open the heart up for Wild Thing. And we can release this back down. We will take our opposite side now for the cow face leg. So we'll take the left leg over. Just take some time to get set up here. Decide what you want to do with your arms. Maybe this is perfect. Maybe like whatever you're doing with your legs is like really intense. Okay. Otherwise, we'll just wrap the right arm over for eagle arms, or if you'd like to take cow face arms, you can just bring the hands back behind you, okay? But this option, we'll go ahead and move into it. And wherever you are, go ahead and release there. Hands come down. This left hand plants beside you now. We'll go ahead and unwrap ourselves. We'll take the left leg long. We'll begin to stack the hips and take a moment to figure out what you'd like to do on this side. Preferably the same thing that you did on the first side. So go ahead and let the outer edge of the foot press into the mat. And begin to lift the hips up as we stack shoulders and move into our modified side plank, or you can take the full expression, or this is just another version of it actually. You can lift the leg up, but that's for another class. And just breathe, really tap into your strength. This is such a good place to honor your heart space and just be like, open to the world, open to healing, right? Open to your journey. Option to move into Wild Thing from here. If so, you're gonna just bring that right foot back behind you a little bit, lift those hips up, let the heart press forward as the shoulders really support your back body. And when you're ready, go ahead and lower the hips down. Come to face the front of your mat once again. Give yourself a little squeeze in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Perfect. And then we eventually want to roll onto our mat. So take a few of those rolls on your back. And then eventually we meet with our back flat on the mat. All right, let's take this into a nice figure 4 action here. So move it, continuing into those open hips here. So we'll just take the right ankle just above the left knee. Let that knee press, the right knee press away from you. Option to stay here, or you can lift that left foot up and then begin to press with your right elbow, press that right knee away from you. Good. The toes are flexed and you're breathing. You can even circle into the left ankle. And our release, we're going to go ahead and bring that left foot down if you have it lifted. You can keep the right ankle stacked on top of that left knee. Go ahead and slide your hips to your right and then let the knees fall over to the left. So you're in a little twisted little side stretch, and obviously if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, go ahead and take the little twist out of it and do what feels best for you. Look over that right shoulder to really get a nice stretch here. Perfect time to just surrender to the moment, and that's all that really matters ever, ever, ever. Your next inhale reaches those knees back up toward the ceiling as we just move our hips back underneath us and just come to our flat back position. We'll take our left leg over this time now. So we'll take our left ankle just above the right knee. Same thing goes, you can keep it right here, keep pressing that left knee away from you, or you can start to lift the right foot off of the earth to really find a little bit more stretch and opening through the inner thighs and even an outer hip stretch as well. Take what you need here. Go ahead and circle the ankle on the right foot. And just know that like wherever you want to go, you have the power. No one is stopping you. Trust me. That's one of those lessons I've learned the hard way. Like, actually, you are free. Free to make good and bad decisions. Okay. All right, so let's take our hands out. If you have them interlaced behind that thigh, you can go ahead and lower the right foot down if you have that as well. Go ahead and bring the arms out to a T or cactus arms and just move the hips over a little bit to the left to keep the shoulders flat and to move into a twist, looking over the left shoulder now. Perfect opportunity to just remember that you always have a chance to change your mind, change your directions, kind of get a little twisted a little bit, right? All right, we'll take our final breath here. And then lift those knees back up to the ceiling. Let the feet stay pressed into the mat. We're moving into bridge pose now. So we want to take our hands, just let the middle finger kind of graze the heel a little bit. That's going to be the distance that you want your feet away from your body. You want your knees hip distance away as well. And when you're ready, we just want to lift our hips up, up, up. And then we want to take our arms overhead. So nice and strong through the feet, press down. Lift your arms up overhead, hold it here. Go ahead, back down, lower the hips down. Take another final squeeze in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze so tight. And just to notice the contrast, go ahead and let your body just take up so much space, be super heavy, super light. We'll take a few minutes in our Shavasana. Let our palms raise up toward the ceiling, toward the heavens, just in a position of receiving all of the healing and all of the nutrients that you need in your life and in your world. We surrender to our mat, to the floor, and just a gesture of, hey, you know what? I've done my best. I'm just going to leave everything here now. And just breathe. Release anything else. Like maybe you're holding on to your jaw or your eyes, or maybe you're holding on through your pelvic area or your knees, your feet. Just release everything down. And I'll be quiet for a couple of minutes so you can take some time for yourself. Go ahead and take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart for the next few breaths. Just reconnect to your life force. Remember that as much as you strive and try so hard to do so many things, you are already doing so good. Just really tap into your capacity to just be present with yourself and be present with your body and the beauty of all that. You can release your hand from your heart, your hand from your belly, and just start to move into the fingertips, move into the wrists, kind of circle through those figure eights. We did some really good work on these hands today. The shoulders, go ahead and move into the feet and ankles, move the toes, maybe even move the hips and the neck. Maybe give yourself a nice stretch here. And then turn over to one side as you come to take a pause before you get on with your day. A little pause here. And then press one hand up, whichever hand that you have on top. Press that hand down into the earth. Bring yourself up to a nice, comfortable seat. And we'll finish where we started. Hands at heart center. So grateful for our practice. I'm so grateful to be a part of your day today, YA Classes Live family. Again, thank you so much. Go ahead and bring your hands out, splay that energy out into the universe, all that love that you've cultivated for yourself. Send it out, and then know that it comes back tenfold to you. Bring your hands back to heart center. We end with a word that just means I honor you, I see you, I know we are one, we are together. Namaste. Thank you, family. I'm so happy. And I hope y'all are too. Have a good day.